Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Black Swans here with our usual afternoon stream. So
Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing fine today.
these days I spent quite a lot of time trying to fix the build and switching it to, I don't know, we'll say perfection, but it's far from being perfect. Still needs a lot but it has a lot of potential. And I wanted to give up on this build 2 days ago or so, but then I switched the build. I made some modifications in a way that I went full live. I'm not using mind over matter anymore. Basically, full block, 78, 64%, 78 for attacks, 64% for spells. Of course, this is by cheating. This is by using glancing blows, but I will remove these two nodes when I manage to figure a way to. Hello there, thank you for joining.
Hi.
So I will remove this node when I manage to find a way to cap my block chance. But this is how I actually managed to defeat the Trialmaster. And she has been doing some projects like farming Tier 1 maps for 1 hour and comparing the tires and, for example, Tire 6, Tire 1 for 1 hour, and she's gonna post some results that are going to be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I will be able to post these results.
Yeah.
It's mainly farming Ultimatum versus farming the whole map and farming Ultimatum at low tire maps versus higher tire maps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hopefully
and
tomorrow it will be ready.
we have some brief conclusions about it, and is that if you farm, yeah, she will give an Excel sheet, and
I'm preparing graphs, very nice graphs.
we have concluded that low tire maps are indeed more profitable. But
Yes,
you need a fast build that will rush to the ultimatum. But anyway, to go back to my build and how I killed the Trialmaster, it's exactly with this gear I have right now. And so to explain it, as I said, it's full life. I have a lot of regen, 1000 per second, and every 4 seconds I have 3700 approximately. And this is really good because you don't depend on flasks for survivability, which is what you will see in the fight. I will showcase it in a bit. And basically, we use Exsanguinate and Corrupting Fever as our damage. Corrupting Fever is huge in damage output, and you can support it with support gems such as Swiss Affliction, Efficacy Support, and Brutality. And you have it linked to these gloves, which if you use an Essence of Delirium, you get this pseudo 5 link socketed gems deal 30% more damage over time. So basically, the tooltip of Corrupting Fever here is 53,500 per corrupted fever stack, which is corrupted blood in other words. So if you stack 10 of them, it's 500,000. That's the tooltip damage. Is not the PoE damage. PoE damage is way more. I haven't bothered to looking into the PoE because there are a lot of things that you have to take, and I'm waiting for the update. I think it's already came out for Corrupting Fever and Exsanguinate, but I haven't checked the PoE. I'm doing this just based on what feels right, what feels not, and so on. So to increase the level of Exsanguinate and Corrupting Fever, because both have the same tax, physical and strength, I have used Cold Iron Point. As you can see in my offhand, this adds 3 levels to physical gems. And I have used a +1. Ideally, you want a +2 here. rare. But why rare? Rare because you want to craft trigger socket spell when you use a skill. And the reason why is because I'm not longer a Pathfinder as a Scion. I'm going as a Necromancer. And I have both Desecrate and Bone Offering linked to this, or socketed here. Yeah, sure, I will. And I will show that with the cluster jewels. And yeah, of course. And we have Desecrate and Bone Offering linked there. And the reason why is that whenever I use a skill, I will trigger Bone Offering. And because of my Necromancer ascendancy, which says that um, offerings affect me by 50% of its effect, means that I will get 17% of both chance to block attack and chance to block spell damage, which allows me to easily cap my block of attack and spell, of course under the use of Rami Concoction. Spell attack damage is always max, even without the flask effect. If you want to max the block spell damage, you would need Ramix Concoction, but as I said, the build still needs some touches. And also I want to be able to remove glancing blows, but that will take more investment. And as for the life regen sources, very simply, I took every possible life regen node that the build has to offer around the Marauder area. I took this one here, and because I have Natural Instinct allocates the passes that are not allocated, and you can see that this here gives me 1.5%, this one gives me 1%. If you keep going in the passive tree, I picked almost every regen source that I have. Of course, this is anointed because it's a cheap version of Golem's Lot. I have to allocate Golem's Lot later, but for now this works just fine. You don't need a golden oil. It's perfect. And as for the every 4 seconds mega regen, I'm using Surging Vitality. I am stacking Surging Vitality, and the reason why it's because Surging Vitality grants you every 4 seconds 10% of life regenerated over 1 second. That's huge because if you have 4 of them, that's 40% of life over 1 second every 4 seconds. So if you're in a boss fight, you just have to like run around, manage yourself, and you will, if you get to a safe spot in a matter of 2 seconds, you will, I mean, over 10 seconds, let's say, if you're fighting serious, you can go very far away. In 10 seconds, you can regenerate your whole life. And even during the fight, you have 1000 per second, which is very good. So basically, you want to stack life regen every possible way. I also, in the cluster jewels, I also have regen of life per second, whenever possible. Life regen, in conclusion, life regen is really OP, especially if you have a huge life pool. Anyway, I also managed to craft this nice amulet with Awakener's Orb. +1 and +1 strength physical, benefiting both Exsanguinate and Corrupting Fever. And also, another expensive craft I had to do was +1 to socketed active skill gems and additional curse. And the reason why additional curse is because, and I also managed to get regen here by luck. And Yes, yes. I have not. I don't remember actually those gloves, but I will give a look into it. But most probably I cannot use it because I need 30% more damage time here, which comes from Essence of Delirium. But I will look into those gloves because I can have an alternative version in which I socket it in my helmet. That will come for later. I will socket my Corrupting Fever on the helmet and go low life, but that's a lot of work that I have to do there. Anyway, I have here Might of the Meek, because Might of the Meek increases 50% the effect of small passives, and this benefits these passives that are here, and the passives that are allocated by Natural Instinct. So it's a really OP interaction if you have these two together here. Oh, thank you for linking it. Okay. Well, yeah, that's actually very good. Actually, I think the boots are better because the boots that light give you are better. So yeah, I will look into that actually. You could allocate Colin's Blood with combat stamina or another life regen source perhaps. Anyway, that's it for now. I think I can proceed to showcase the fight. It was not a smooth fight because I was nervous. I consumed all my flasks. And I realized after that I had temporal chains. I didn't know during the fight that I had temporal chains. And I thought that the... yeah, well, actually, this cost me 70 chaos. It was a snipe. I don't know why I found it for 70 chaos. Don't ask me. You can use you cannot be hindered though, because this league cannot be hindered is quite OP because of Ultimatum. You are forced to use cannot be hindered somehow, right? So you can use cannot be hindered instead of Corrupted Blood. Immunity. Anyway, what I wanted to say, yeah, I wanted to showcase the fight, just so you see that it was actually quite good. So here I didn't know what to pick for the last pick. I realized that I was going to fight the... But here picking this guy, this one was the worst option because you're adding more minions that are doing damage to you in the field. So as you can see, every time I take damage, my life goes up immediately. It's really good, it's smooth. You don't need the life flask. And by here, yeah, that was a steal, exactly. And by here, I pretty much ran out of my flasks. I didn't have them anymore. And I had temporal chains always. Look at how slowly I was moving here. And I'm using Void Sphere with Hex Touch support with what's it called? Punishment. The curse, because low life is now 50%, so that's quite OP. And also to help me stack Corrupting Fever. So yeah, pretty much every time you take damage, you're regenerating it immediately. Because worth it spending more time on this build. I can tell. The investment is not crazy. You just need like 2 Awakener's Orb and a few Chaos for the bases, and I will put the cost of this build around 15 Exalted, and I think you're gonna be able to do it with 15 Exalted or so. Anyway, I will post a POV of this build in case you guys want to have an idea of how to play it, or there is a low, yeah, looked easy, but it's not actually. I'm especially if you have a huge reward, like let's say if you're being offered an Exalted or a Headhunter or something of the sort. Imagine if you're offered a Mirror of Calandra, your nerves are going to be on the ground, and you're gonna be panicking. So basically,
Yesterday I got one-shotted.
yeah,
Just one-shotted. I mean,
yeah, she didn't even know. But yeah, she entered the arena and then
1 second. That's all it took.
she died. So yeah, it can be hard, but yeah, if you stack a lot of regen, you can do it. There is a low life version that it's been going there, but I tried to play around it. I tried to play with Petrified Blood, but gosh, it sucked. I mean, from my part, it sucked. Bossing was good. You could face tank the one shots of bosses, but mapping sucked balls. And if you wanna, like, for example, if you wanna play Ultimatum, you don't wanna be dying every now and then, because the mobs in Ultimatum, there are a lot of rares that give allies extra crit chance and accuracy rating, and when you have many rares in Ultimatum, they can one shot you no matter how much defensive layer you have. So what you want is something that is able to regenerate fast your life. And also layers of defense, like block chance is very good, so you don't take many blocks at the same time. You don't take many hits at the same time. You're blocking at least 75% of them, and that's it. That's my verdict on this. It's better to play it as full life than Petrified Blood low life, in my opinion.